Hello everyone. Today I'd like to introduce complex research terminology simplified and quantitative research to you all. First, what is research? Research is a planned investigation carried out in an organized and systematic way. It produces information called data, which, when analyzed, tells us things we did not know or were unsure about before. Both basic research and applied research are types of research. Basic research, you do it to learn more. You want to better understand the issues you are investigating. You are not looking for solutions to a specific problem. You are not looking to apply it. You are just hoping to learn more. Curiosity increased knowledge and generally increased understanding of a topic, but you are not looking to apply it to any particular problem. When we look at applied research, you may start with basic research and try to find a way to apply that information to learn to solve a problem. Applied research has a beginning and end. We need to find a solution for this problem. When we do, it ends. You may then find other problems or solutions based on that, but each project has a beginning and end. You are trying to solve a problem for a situation. In addition, students learning about research are expected to learn about ontology, epistemology, methodology, and method. Next, let's learn more about them. The term ontology actually originates from the Greek word for to be. Ontology refers to beliefs about the nature of reality. In philosophical terms, it refers to the study of our existence and the fundamental nature of reality or being. Beliefs about the nature of reality therefore determine what can be known about it. Questions related to ontology increase what exists, what is true, and how can we sort existing things. Epistemology and methodology are driven by ontological beliefs. Epistemology is more philosophical in nature than methodology. It examines the relationship between knowledge and the reader during discovery. It therefore refers to how we came to know what we know. Once ontology beliefs will dictate how objective the relationship between the reader and what can be known should be. And methodology. It refers to philosophies that guide how knowledge should be gathered. Methodology is the way we go about discovering knowledge in a semantic way, and the appropriate methodology is driven by one's ontological and epistemological beliefs. Since methods like acting measurements or in interviews and having varied degrees of objectivity. Next is method. Methods are approaches that are used for conducting of research. Method refers to techniques concerned with the connection of data, processes used for analyzing the data, and the instruments and the behavior used throughout all the stages of research activities. In terms of method, there are two important research methods: quantitative research and qualitative research. Today, we're gonna mainly talk about quantitative research. Quantitative research is most common encountered as part of formal or conclusive research, but is also sometimes used when conducting exploratory research. It is a structured way of collecting and analyzing data obtained from different sources. It also involves the use of computational, statistical, and mathematical tools to drive results. Next, let's learn more about main characteristics of quantitative research. Structured research instruments are used to gather data. A clearly defined research question is established at the start to which objective answers are directed. From large samples that are representative of the population, the results are generated statistically, and the data involves numbers and statistics. All aspects of the study are designed and carefully thought of before connecting data. Finally, the research study is highly reliable and therefore can be replicated and repeated. And in order to do the better quantitative research, we need to focus on the ethnical issues in quantitative research. First, research design and sampling. Research design encompasses all structural aspects of the study. In quantitative research, it can include the nature of the study sample, the sample size, the type of statistical design, the form of quantitative employed, and so on. Next, data collection, processing, and analyze. When processing data, it is necessary to check that all records of numerical data are within reasonable limits. And finally, data representation and interpretation. Quantitative indicators also need to be used in an ethnical manner. An example might be choosing to count the standard error of this means as a measure of variability rather than the variance, just because error is always much smaller. It is ethnically important that valid interpretation is representative of the result of any study, since misleading conclusions can vastly influence practice and further research. In my quantitative research proposal later, first, I will identify all the knowledge mentioned before. Next, I will decide on what specifically this proposal study is going to investigate. In other words, I'm going to define my research study. Next, I will make various methodological decisions for this proposal study. In this method or methodology section of the research proposal, I need to think about research design, data connection, instrument, sample, procedure, planned data analysis, ethnic consideration, and budget. In a word, I will try my best to do my quantitative research proposal better. That's all. Thank you for your listening.